So I'm a WayOut project worker, and we support lesbian, gay, bi, trans and intersex and queer young people up to the age of 25 and their families in the Macedon Ranges.
I'm Ashlyn, I'm 19 years old, and I first connected with Cobaw through the House of Awesome program, which my counsellor recommended to me early last year when I started talking to him about questioning my gender and that sort of thing.
LGBTI young people are traditionally marginalised, but they're not included in mainstream activities.
I felt always like I was by myself, alone, there was no one like me. And I was always bullied about it.
So they experience poorer outcomes at school, poorer outcomes in relationships, poorer outcomes in mental health, more likely to suicide and self-harm. And that is not necessarily because it isn't because of their sexuality or their gender, it is because they are discriminated against based on that, because they're not in the norms.
Being out there, as a trans man in the world, a lot of people don't know, and they don't know what kind of happens to my inner struggle. They don't know about my dysphoria and how long it's taken me to get where I'm going and how much more I need to go about it, and it's not something I necessarily want to talk about to everyone.
So we support them in a number of ways. So one is we provide groups, we facilitate groups for young people.
There is a certain need sometimes to let it all out and to have someone who kind of understands what I'm going through.
So by providing groups, facilitated groups, they can come along and have those conversations, have conversations about sexuality and gender, and it can be kind of normalised, and so they can feel okay about themselves and they can connect with others. And particularly in rural and regional Victoria, it's very hard. They feel very isolated, a lot of young people and families.
I'm originally from a small country town, and as far as I knew, I was the only queer person there. I hadn't knowingly met any other queer people. So
we provide spaces where that we acknowledge their pronouns and we acknowledge their identity, and so therefore they feel validated and they feel like they can share and participate in community. And sometimes it's the only place, so even at home, some young people at home, they don't feel validated.
I can just kind of be at ease and at home with, and they understand and get me and my humour and all that kind of stuff.
We also provide inclusive practice training for schools and organisations so that they learn a bit more about working with LGBTI young people and why that's important.
The people at Cobaw are good to work with, good to connect with. I think they've got a real understanding of what it's like, because a lot of them are LGBT and they have an understanding of what goes on, the sorts of problems, the sorts of social issues and that sort of thing.
There's a lot of love. The environment here is fantastic, and the broader LGBTI community is fantastic as well.
I think it really was a lifesaver for me, and I think without House of Awesome, without finding other people and basically a friendship group, I don't know whether I'd still be alive today.